Ryu, of course, with that uppercut, the get off me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that it's like, while this is in Ryu's favor, as
LES is shaking his head at me.
He says
saying
no. And you know why I say this?
Difference.
The reason why I say I agree with him is that actually Ryu is a very common character.
Yeah?
Right? I think out of most characters, Ryu and Ken are very common. It's kind of, the matchup is fairly well developed. So,
but on paper, this is in Ryu's favor.
Yes, absolutely. I agree with that. I think on paper, this is in Ryu's favor. But it all comes down.
LES was shaking his head as though to say it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
Well, he's very confident.
LES is the expert, right? He is the Bison expert.
Yeah, he's Canada's master Bipson. Best Bipson in Canada.
I don't know if it's the best Bipson in Canada. We'll find out.
We'll find out at Canada Cup in 2 weeks. And he's got Richard Dam in the corner now. Richard Dam trying to jump out, but he's the jumping light kick air to air.
Yeah. And of course, Ryu,
jump by jab.
The titular Street Fighter character, has an answer for almost every situation. And I think that's the versatility of Ryu, is that he does have something. He doesn't have any. He has very few situations where he is truly at a disadvantage.
Absolutely, yeah. Very, very well-rounded character, and probably the third strongest character in the game. Top 5 anyway.
Definitely in the right hands. He's a very deadly, surgical character.
But I mean, you trade. There's a trade with Ryu, right? Because he's a very, very good character, but he's also the character that absolutely everybody knows how to fight against. So there's a kind of trade-off between being top tier, but also being familiar.
And that's why when you watch top Ryu players play, they all play differently. They all have a different plan of how to get in and get your damage. You watch Takedo, you watch Daigo, the Ryu greats, and they all play differently.
And that was one hell of a punish that Richard Dam did there. With the Shoryuken Super. Oh, cross up to the other side.
And LES needed one more mix-up, and he opted for a low meet forward, which caught Richard Dam pressing buttons.
Yeah, unfortunately, Richard Dam opted to switch his character. We saw LES shaking his head at me, saying it's not going to make any difference. And so far, it hasn't made a difference, but Richard Dam definitely still an opportunity here. He's going to stick with Ryu, not interested in going back to his Bison from the previous game. Let's see, he's got to adapt right now.
Maybe Richard feels a little bit more comfortable here. That makes a world of a difference. Comfort level is very important, especially when you're under situations where you're under pressure in top 8. It's very important to be familiar with your character and feel that comfort level.
Wow, Richard's going to have to do something to get LES off him right now. He's one hit away from pops the V-trigger. Yeah, always smart to pop the V-trigger before the end of the round. Yeah. You certainly don't want to...
Well, if you got tools, you should use them, right?
Absolutely. But wasn't enough in the end. And now he is against the ropes, and the referee stepping in here. Can he continue? He's going to have to take this round. No more time for Richard now.
Yeah, I've noticed that LES has kind of slowed down his game now.
And we've seen already in this top 8, we've seen how much of a difference the corner makes. I know that sounds a bit obvious because it's Street Fighter, but in my opinion, in Street Fighter 5, corner is even stronger than it's been in any other Street Fighter. Is there maybe like Super Turbo and 2 in general? But definitely being in the corner in 5 is the absolute worst place. That's Nightmare
It's definitely, I think it's different. Obviously in this game, in the previous version of Street Fighter, in the corner, you kind of were tied to the corner in terms of, in a defensive way, you're tied to the corner because you can't be crossed up. Right?
LES taken.
Yeah, LES taken. Street Fighter 5 is not the case. You can't be crossed up in the corner.